Good morning, Gary Champion, Psychic Medium. Once again, really funky light. I was just sitting here wondering about all the orbs that have been in my videos lately. I guess the last several years. And the amazing thing is you spot them first and you send me a little message and I have to watch the video again to see what you're talking about. And they're like everywhere. And I'm sitting here just reflecting on it, how they seem to be. My wife has even said she'll be filming us doing something somewhere, and all of a sudden there's orbs in it, and you play it back, you can see them. There were some in the cemetery video, she said. And what do they mean? Who are they? What's their point? Well, I know who the same ones that appear over and over again are. They're relatives of mine. And a couple of them are children that I was around for their death. And some of them were just like my father. And what I'm hearing this morning is that they've been around forever. That it's like anything else, metaphysical. We rediscover these things, and then they disappear. We forget about them. We stop doing them. They become popular, but I mean, how much can you say about an orb anyway? Nice little bubbles, different colors. They slide through the room. They seem to have purpose. That's the one thing. They're not random. You can see that they're like going right in front of your face. There's no accident, someone just said. But my sense of things for my guys is that the gang, actually it's a gang of 5 now. I have 5 guys that are around most of the time. They've always been here. Spirits hanging around us, pictures of them, being a psychic medium, being a healer, meditation, all these things have always been around us. We just discover them and then undiscover them. There's a lot of that going on in the 60s. I remember people used to sit out on the grass and eat their lunch and talk about astrology and things I didn't have a clue about. Because it takes years to study that, and I didn't seem to need that. I didn't seem to know what was going on without astrology. But all these things kind of work hand in hand. I mean, you can get the same information from one deck of cards as from another deck of cards. One's more colorful, one's easier to use, one you're just attracted to, but they all do the same job. It's like driving a car. One car gets you to work as quick as the other one will. You just like one personally better than another one. And now we have all these, I don't know, people who are healers will call them modalities. It's just different ways of healing. Why? I don't know why. There could just be one. They're all connected. They just have a different name for things. They redefine things. Basically the same. You're a psychic medium. Yeah, if you're a psychic medium, you are one. If you hear voices and talk to dead people, you are one. Everything else is nothing. Everything else is not being a psychic medium. I think most people are psychic mediums. I think everybody originally at some point hears a voice or gets a really great idea, and they didn't come up with it on their own. So I guess orbs are, I didn't start doing videos a couple of years ago. I had no use for these things, and I thought, well, this would be fun. Maybe I could take something that I know and pass it on to someone who doesn't know it. Maybe they'll pick it up and carry it like handing a football to someone. They can carry it a little further than I did. There's no training involved in being a psychic medium. You can train for it. but basic intuition for it. Most mediums have it at a pretty young age. If you have it, you can study and enhance it. You can make it better. Mostly it's just caring about people. That's all it is. Empathy level. Empathy is very big on the other side. And a lot of hustle. As soon as I discovered I was different, I was always trying to figure it out. I was always trying to find those people in my little circle, my little tiny little town I was living in that were like me. I never found anybody. The guy came to town from out of town one day who proved to be very interesting, but he wasn't like me, but he was very interesting. He had a lot of interesting things that he knew. But like attracts like. You go to a psychic fair, you're looking for someone like you. You go to a conference, you go to wherever I was always looking for people like me. I just didn't find anybody. Randomly, occasionally, you would run into someone. Be sitting in a restaurant once when I was maybe 30 or something, and I'd feel someone staring at me. And I'd turn around and see someone, and he'd nod, and I'd nod, and we knew that we were reading each other pretty well. But actually, there'd be someone who was not out. They didn't want anybody to know that they were what they were. So, you honor that. Everybody has their time for coming out, I guess. When the time's right for you, that's when you do it. Could make a joke there, but I'm not going to. Peace. That's what most people are looking for. Peace of mind. Anyway, that's my take on orbs. They're around a lot. They're entertaining. And they show up when I do videos. They don't seem to show up any other time. Or maybe I'm just unaware of them. Maybe they're around all the time and I just don't notice them. And I am really unaware of a lot of things. People have to point things out to me. I don't seem to see them. I seem to sense them more than to see them. Every day is a chance to grow. Every chance, every day, every hour of every day is a chance to grow, is a chance to exceed whatever you are now. Sometimes it's spectacular and sometimes it's tiny, but every day there's a chance to become more of what it is you want to become. If you have abilities, you can use them to get you there. I know a lot of really good readers don't read. They use it for personal use. And that's okay too. But take advantage of it. It's like any other tool. It's like if you need to write, you need an ink pen, or you need a computer, you need something, you use the ability as that. If you need to know which car to buy or house to get or who to date, use your intuitive abilities. They've always been there. Humans have always had that. And it's so sad that those who are scientifically inclined seem to think they need proof. This is a different world. People who are scientists and study things, and they want facts. They want repeatable results. And in this, there's not a lot of that. Everything seems random. You can't get the same results doing the same thing every time. And who would want to do that anyway? Life's mostly about self-discovery. If you don't know yourself, now's a good time. Find out what you're about. What do you want to do? If you watch my videos, most of you are intuitive and psychic and all those things. Find some place to fit that into your life, into your everyday life, where things that you do rely upon it. Then you're on the path. They did a video a couple of years ago about picking tomatoes. I was going to the store and put that tomato in my hand and feel it. If it felt right, it was a good tomato. Never been led wrong on that one. But there's ways of using your abilities. And this is the last car I bought. I just walked on the lot. And as soon as I drove on the lot. But as soon as I drove on the lot, I pointed to a car of my wife and I said, "That's my next car." And that was the car I bought. The sense of feeling what's right and wrong for you. And that's the end of this video. No fear, no regret, no anger. Thanks for watching.